I've got to start kind of a little bit over. I'm going to show this again. I got a stupid battery warning. This is 8 blocks from my house. This is what the room Nathan is staying in looks at. The windmill is a really special thing to me. It spins like 5 days a year, and this is the last Saturday in San Francisco that I'm going to be spending, and hopefully that's the propulsion to send Nathan, Liz, and I off on an awesome, safe trip.
You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where you go.
Hippie fiasco. Hippie fiasco. Hippie fiasco on a boat. Hippie fiasco on a plane. Hippie fiasco on a bike. Hippie fiasco in the rain. Hippie fiasco on a skateboard. Hippie fiasco on my brain. Hippie fiasco rides again. Well, he'll get to where he's going, where it is he does not know, but he's alone, lost, wild and free. Hippie fiasco. He's hippie fiasco.
Hippie Fiasco Rides Again was recorded before a live webcast audience.
I'm Nathan Moore. I guess the place to start is at the beginning. It was a weekend that actually Karen and Dad were both very involved with. It was a weekend warrior opportunity I had for 2 really good paying festival slots. The only catch was that one was on Friday in North Carolina and one was on Sunday in California. So we, the 3 of us, drove down to North Carolina together, and I played the festival down there. And then I got on a plane the next day and flew to California for this other festival. I should say that my set that Friday was a little bit indicative of where my career had seemed to be lingering for a while. It was a good opportunity, a good paying gig at a festival, but not a lot of people came to see me, but there were like 10 diehards that had a relationship with my music in the past, from the Amusement days or after my band in the 90s. So there was this little representation of some diehard folks in North Carolina where I'd never played before, but otherwise, it wasn't that exciting. It was a little sort of hard. So that night, I think it was, I started getting calls from a friend that was at the festival in California that I was flying to. And he was like, I just think I should warn you that it seems like the place is going like belly up in midair. Apparently musicians weren't getting paid. So I would remember sitting on the porch with Karen and Dad. It was on that porch where we first started laughing about the phrase hippie fiasco. But I remember you especially laughing, like liking those 2 words together. And it was just like, hippie fiasco, that's pretty classic. And I was like, yeah, so... The next day they dropped me off at the airport. My plane got delayed, and then it got delayed again. And I was sitting outside the airport waiting for my second delay and wrote this song called Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. So I wrote that song at the airport, and then I get up to finally I talked to the teller, and they're like, well, we're sorry, sir, there's another delay. We can still get you there by late tonight, but if you want, we'll cancel your flight and give you a full refund on your ticket. So here was this opportunity to get all my money back. I had Dad and Karen still in town, a ride back home, and not, could have avoided the whole thing. And something in me went anyways. So we get out there, and my road manager picks me up at the airport, and he's heard similar reports. And we get there, and it's true. We get there late Saturday night, and it's looking like, it's a fun festival, so we just sort of like look at it that way. It's like, all right, how do we have fun with this? And but no one's getting paid. That's the rumor. The promoter swore to me that I was going to get paid, but at the same time talking to him was trying to like having a conversation with a helium balloon. It just all felt wrong. And so that night, Chad and I, my road manager, got to talking, and we're like, well, what are we going to do? And I was like, and there was just something, this idea flashed in both our brains at the same time. We're like, let's just cancel your plane and do a spontaneous tour of California and try to get your money back. And that became our idea. And then I was like, yeah, we'll call it Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. And so we stayed up all night just talking ourselves up into a frenzy about how exciting and fun this could be to do this spontaneous tour of California. Liz Bunny was somebody that we'd both known for a while, and she happened to be at the Mystic Garden party and had asked if we would give her a ride home back to San Francisco, or if Chad would, not really knowing that we were really going to do this. And she just sort of ended up being like, well, I don't got anything to do for the next 8 days. I want to come help you. We got so excited about it. On our way into my set, to play my set at the Mystic Garden party the next day, we were still dreaming about it and how we could pull it off. And we started, all of a sudden the idea hit us, like, what happens if he pays you? We went into this thing so excited about this idea of the redemption we were going to get from it. We could tell, or we knew it. It was just too good of an idea that we were nervous that I was actually going to get paid when we were going. And then when I finally didn't get paid, I was like, it's cool, man. I got completely stiff. That's why this lemon is part of our symbol and part of our logo, the lemon sunrise, because it was the lemon that birthed this whole new way of looking at everything that's happened to me through the experience. And that's where the lemon comes from. And since then, it's developed a whole philosophy of lemonism, and I'm sure there's a lot of lemonists in the room. And it's sour to the people. There's power in all these things that we try to fight in different ways, and so there's that's just deeper into the lemonist philosophy. I didn't mean to jump ahead so fast. Can I get a lemon? The three of us went off on this little 8-day journey that was unbelievable. I know. I mean, it might be exactly what my myth needs at the moment.
Right.
Woody Guthrie style hippie fiasco. Pulling in all elements of Facebook networking and YouTube posts and you know, like really doing it. And we were even just this week looking at you know, Quincy, Chico, Sebastopol, San Francisco, and how fun it would be just this week of calling everybody and getting people on board, doing house concerts wherever possible, just picking the town like Chico on Wednesday. Where can we do it? You know, and tell everybody Hippie Fiasco's coming to town. I'm Nathan Moore, and this is the Hippie Fiasco corporate headquarters, Red Bluff, California. See, I flew out here to play a festival, and I had a great time, beautiful people, an amazing place. I even had the honor of trying to fill the enormous shoes of Brett Dennen on the main stage before Michael Franti, and that was awesome. But when all was said and done and the dust settled, I did not get paid and ended up losing a bundle coming out here. I'm supposed to be on a red-eye flight right now back to Virginia, and I'm not. I'm here at Hippie Fiasco corporate headquarters with my road manager, Chad Galactic, and we have been piecing together what we're calling Hippie Fiasco Rides Again, a spontaneous Nathan Moore tour. And in the last 36
That was the birth,
hours,
and we sat, Chad and Liz and I sat in a hotel room right outside of that festival and got the room for an extra day and booked this week-long tour. And we called it Hippie Fiasco Rides Again right out of the gate.
Thank you so much, Chico, for coming out. This is really, really important to kick off the Hippie Fiasco tour. This is our first stop. We've gained a lot of momentum. We really, really want to thank all of you for coming out to support a really good cause.
And the first gig on Tuesday was in Chico, and this guy comes up to us after the show and was like, I make t-shirts for a living, come to my shop. And we went there, and like, we left the first night of the tour with Hippie Fiasco t-shirts. The second night of the tour, that poster was designed, actually that one was designed for it. And there was a Fiasco at this artist's house who ended up designing Dear Puppeteer album artwork. And it was Hippie Fiasco Rides Again with Nathan Moore, that first one with the pig, all the cell phone calls we were making.
I thought it was a caterpillar.
Well, it's a million things. But she, that poster was at my second. So all of a sudden I had like these shirts. I had these awesome posters. None of this energy had ever surrounded a Nathan Moore tour ever. People participating, like making art themselves. It had never happened. And I always just, that's what I always wanted, was to be a part of something that had some vibrancy, and it felt like it was not just me, and it was something we were all doing together, and it was so beautiful. It like was my favorite week of touring of my life. And ever since that week, the three of us have been like, we got a Fiasco again sometime. So when I flew out this time, we left a week at the end of my actual tour opening for ALO to Fiasco, which was no book gigs, just see what we get. And we did that week, but we were like, this isn't the magic, because the other one was like this great leap of faith. And so we canceled my flight home again and decided to do a 4-month version that covered all of America.
That's awesome.
That's it. And it's so hard to tell that story in 30 seconds, which we have to do every day. Like, as we're trying to turn people on, we're trying to build it and grow it and get people to understand.
We realized that the problem was that we didn't actually have a lemon. We had just gotten done doing this fun tour with ALO, and we were just hanging out playing cool shows for a week, and it wasn't really a lemon. And that's when we decided to set out for 4 months into America completely spontaneously in a Suburban with 330-some thousand miles on it and not a single gig booked. And at the same time, we started webcasting our shows and realized that it was possible to do it 24/7. So we on every level, we decided to bite off more than we could chew. And
Let's try something just for the orchestra spirit of things. If I was to make a speech, everybody be that classic echo. Like, today. From Hippie Hill, we embark upon a great endeavor. For those that don't know, they're just tuning in, maybe they heard about it on the newswire. What is the Hippie Fiasco? What's going on? We're going on a 4-month spontaneous tour of America. We don't have any gigs booked. We want to play your house, your park, anyway. We just need people to host the Fiasco. The host is the missing link, the ingredient. If you think you could host a Fiasco, please get in touch with us. HippieFiasco.com. There's a little link for host a Fiasco right there. There's a couple people here that have hosted Fiascos, and I think their presence here maybe is a testimonial to it being a worthwhile thing to do. Maybe we'll talk to them here in a second. Hey there. I'm tired of slowing down.
tired of waiting around, tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lesson, I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. No one asks what's new, 'cause they know what I will say. It's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Disappear into these screens and a million jelly beans, coughing up a coffin, driving nails lazily. I might dream up a mountain on the wings of such an ocean. I'm just a pair of ragged claws on the bottom of the ocean. And I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. No one asks what's new, 'cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in
Okay, well, we can be there Thursday.
How many hours is it? 10? Ouch.
I mean, are we...
No.
Oh, here. Well, okay, maybe... No. We can be there on Friday.
We could do a late night Thursday.
Yeah, like a late night Thursday or Friday. Because we're going to be in Phoenix the night before. Okay, Friday or Saturday. Yeah, there is a, on hippiefiasco.com, there is a button that says host a fiasco. If you can fill that out and get it to us, I'm going to review them tonight and tomorrow before we leave. So if you can get that done, then you can lock it down. He said word. Mm-hmm. All right, man. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, so now I'm a little less scared. They're rolling in.
Right.
Yeah, per vision. And we got the Wi-Fi, I got the computer bag. I mean,
we got momentum.
Oh, it shouldn't take a man. Looks great.
Hey, you want to play a song for our webcast? You want to play a song for our webcast? What's your name? Justin? Yeah.
So you guys are watching the departure. It is on the East Coast. It's 11:25. It's 8:32 here. We officially have 334,718.4 miles. Somebody mark that.
That was gorgeous. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.